everybody, Annette here in New York on Our Way Farm. It's Tuesday evening. I came down here to the raised beds and look at my garlic. I'm so excited about that. But I came down here because I wanted to actually plant my onions, which I know it's kind of the wrong time of year to plant the onions, but given our weather, we're still in the 40s at night. If we hit 50, it's a warm night. You can see all my helpers there. Desperately need to weed. I came down to check out my garlic and to plant, and look at the scapes. Oh, they're gorgeous. Look at all of these. So I'm going to actually go through and harvest all these scapes right now. And Jenny, where are you? Because I know you're going to watch this. I have a radish. And there's a little radish. So I don't have very many radishes. These are going to be the biggest ones that I have. And I'll probably pull that one out too. But I'm going to go through right now and I'm going to harvest these scapes and see if I can prop up the camera, because again, I didn't think to bring down a tripod, so I will see what I can do as far as propping up the camera. That's my bag of onion seeds sets. And you can see my carrots didn't do fantastic. I planted them. Sophie, stop being weird. I planted them and then we had another real cold snap. So I've got to get in here and weed them so I can see actually what I have. I planted 3 different types. I put little markers somewhere, but I don't even see them or know where they went. I'll have to try to get in here and find those too. But you can see I definitely have some carrots growing. I'll just have to weed out so that I can see them. This bed did not do well at all. Oh, there's one of the markers. That is red cord something or other. Red cord. I still don't know what it is. I read it. I don't know. But I'm going to, we're going to harvest some scapes and then I'll do a little bit of weeding and then try to get these onions in while it's still cool. These beds, I did not add extra soil to them this year. These beds look fantastic. I still need to dig down through and I'll stir them up and whatnot, but this was all manure, just manure that I put on them. But it's composted down. It's looking real good. It's not super weedy, which I'm happy about that. That's the benefits of using cow manure over horse manure. They break it down better and you don't get as many weeds. That's the rest of my pile that I was working off of. This is what I've always used as a carrot bed. Ooh, cool. Found that. Yay. I'll use that tonight too. So yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, I guess I could just put the carrots or the onions in here. That'd be real nice for the onion bed. I was going to put them in with the carrots, but maybe I'll just make life real easy and put them in there. But yeah, these beds all actually look good. There's nothing planted in them yet. Like I said, our weather has just been so completely screwy that I haven't even felt comfortable planting them because I don't want them to die. I do need to get the tractor down here, and this section right in there is going to be corn. Again, I know it's very late, but I'm going to try. So I need to get the tractor down here and dig a couple of little trenches and level this stuff out. The last couple of clumps that went in. Get that stuff leveled out and dig a couple little rows for some corn. So I'm going to run through here and I'm going to pull out these big weeds just out of the walk path. I tend to do what's called a chop and drop, which is I just yank them out, drop them where they are. And the benefits to doing that method of weeding is they just break down and compost, which long term, while I'm not planting where I'm walking, makes it a lot easier to pull them out. And ultimately we're building soil so that if at any point in time I want to remove the raised beds, I can, and I'll have somewhat decent soil. You can see they're pulling out real easily. Sophie, stop being weird. So Sophie's got this issue. I know German Shepherds have a lot of weird oddities to them. She has this thing where she chases her tail. If she's not busy doing something else, she's bored, she chases her tail. If she gets scolded, she chases her tail. She freaking chases her tail all the time, and it's so annoying and so frustrating. And I don't like to scold her constantly, but I also don't want her, it's a neurotic thing, and I don't want her being completely lunatic about everything. But yeah, because I do weed the way that I do, and I just throw the stuff down where I dig it out or where I pull it out, it's so much easier to weed. Stop. Sophie and Rosie, stop being weird. Alright, that's going to be good enough. Grab this camera, show you. I lost the scape. There's the scape. So there's the scape that I already pulled out. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I'll show you what I'm going to do to each one of these. And we are in zone 5AB. And again, I say 5AB because A and B are split in our property, and that one broke off. So that kind of sucks. But see, if this one's a really small one, so that one's not going to come out. This one's a bigger one. And you get a hold of it and you very gently pull until you get that, until it comes out. And you go through and you do that. Like this one's too little, not even going to bother with that. These are some nicer ones. We'll gently pull that out. You can see the little hollow spot that it leaves. But you can go home, you can cook with these, you can use them in salads, you can, still garlic, it's just not mature garlic. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to pull these out, and when I'm all done, I'll pick the camera back up and I will show you how many scapes we got from it. Sophie, thank you. If anybody's got any tips on how to stop that behavior, she is a 5-month-old German Shepherd dog. I've never ever had a dog that acts like that. So if anybody knows a good way to stop that neurotic, obsessive behavior, please feel free to drop comments, share links with me, whatever. I really would like her to stop, because as you can see, it's driving her crazy. There's our scape harvest, which is not bad at all. I left some of the smaller ones attached to the plants. Most of them snapped off. I only got a couple that are actually like full length from down at the bottom. You can see the ones with the real yellow-green are the ones that came out further. But that's okay, because they're going to work just perfectly well. And I might just dice them all up, mince them up, chop them up, whatever, and use it as you would garlic or a chive. And I might dehydrate them and grind them down into a garlic powder. I don't know. But I can tell you that I am beyond excited about all this garlic. because I use garlic like you can't believe. I season until it feels right. I swear that the amount of onion and garlic that I use is part of why we are typically healthy. And I will use every aspect of these garlic plants. I will make green garlic powder. I'll dry out all of these stems. I'll use some of them for fresh. I'll chop some up into little pieces to use as a chive. And the rest of it will get like these thicker stalk sections in here. They will get dried out and I'll grind them into a powder. And then I'll have the clove heads for mincing and using fresh. And I will actually mince them up and I will keep them in the refrigerator. I've also frozen minced garlic, and that's amazing too. Let's see, is this little guy doing anything? Nope. Sorry, Jenny. That was my biggest one. So that's a no-go.
Look, it's that shit. If only one of us was brave enough to get on your fucking back. You guys ate all the grain already?
They cleaned out the grain bucket the other day when they came up over the hill up to the house when we were working Saturday evening. They stopped before they got up there. They stopped down at the containers and helped themselves to all the grain. Joe went around to fix all of the broken fence sections and find Toby, and he brought Toby up through the trail because Toby let himself out. But they're all there. They're all good. They're all healthy and fat. I will acknowledge the fact that I'm wearing a sweatshirt and you're wearing a winter jacket because it's not real warm today. It's like a high of 52, and we're going to drop down to like 41 tonight. So here we are. What's today's date? June 13th? 14th? 13th. I think today's June 13th. And that's why I am just now starting to plant, because it just has not been warm. Hey, there's a grub. We don't want them. Too bad the chickens aren't down here. Although I don't want to show them where the food is, because then they'll come down here and destroy everything. I was hoping the carrots would have done better because we use a lot of carrots, but I understand that the weather has been less than cooperative. Cows are frustrated. They want grain, but they ate all the grain yesterday or Saturday. So there's no grain for them because try to not give them grain more than absolutely necessary. Yeah, that was a weed. Came out with such a nice long tail on it, I wasn't sure if I accidentally pulled out a carrot. It is crazy that it's so cool and we're in the middle of June. It does not, definitely does not feel like June weather. This is the coolest we've had it. I don't know if we're going to warm up this summer or not. I had heard that this summer was supposed to be really hot. But if it's going to be, I guess it's going to be later in the year. Because definitely not hitting any type of warmth for June. I'm not even going to bother to thin out these carrots because there's so few of them. Take what I can get with them and just worry about getting the weeds out. Sounds like one of the goats is stuck. I'm probably going to have to stop and go up and check on her. Maybe I can get down tomorrow morning. I don't know. They're calling for rain. We went for a month with no rain, and now they're calling for rain every day this week up until Saturday, and then it's going to be like a high of 77 or something like that. Okay, you can see we did not have a great germination success for the carrots, but it's better than none. And hopefully these will grow. And if not, I mean, worst case, get some greens out of them. So, and you can see my ground from my chop and drop, pull and toss, whatever you want to call it. It's completely weeded up, and that will just sit here and continue to compost down. And then next year, when I need some soil for the beds, I'll just rake it into a pile and scoop it up, and we're good to go. Sophie, no, baby girl. You're so pretty. You're very pretty. I don't know why you do that, though. I think I've decided I'm going to put some onions in this bed with the very few carrots that are in here. And then the rest of them I'll put over there in that tall bed that's got all of the potting soil in. And I'm going to run through and get those planted tonight. I don't even remember what I have. I bought these down at Runnings. I've got red Carmens and white Ebenezers. Late summer, early fall. I think they intended for you to plant them sooner. Yeah, I've got three of the white Ebenezers and 2 of the red Carmens. So I think I will put the white Ebenezers over here with the carrots, and I'll put the red Carmens over in that tall bed over there. Oh, crap. Okay, well, guess I'm down a bag of onions and a hand rake. This soil might actually be too loose for the onions. I don't know. We're going to try it. What do these even say? Full sun, zones 3 to 9. Harvest late summer, early fall, 1 to 2 inches deep. They get 10 to 12 inches in height, about 1 pound per, and space them 3 inches or so. Just your standard red potato, or not potatoes, they're onions. Super easy to plant in this soft stuff. I think I can do more. I was only going to do 3 rows, but I think I'm going to be able to do more rows. See if the rabbits leave these alone this year. All the other years they've come and stolen some carrots. That one's no good. Like I keep saying, I know full well that we're very late on planting anything, but I don't feel bad because nobody else has been planting anything either. I mean, I guess some people have. I shouldn't say nobody. I can't speak for everybody. But the people that I'm around have not been planting anything yet either because it's just too cold. I've been taking the Amish to the greenhouses, and I mean, just as recently as last week, they were just getting their plants, which reminds me, I still have to go get my green pepper plants because for whatever reason, my green peppers didn't do squat. I think I had 1 out of close to 200 plants actually start this year. So I'm just going to go buy some plants. Obviously, it's not going to be 200 of them, but we'll go buy plants. And I purposely am planting a lot of stuff this year, while hoping to, because the garden did well last year. and I still had to go buy tomatoes and peppers and green beans and peas. I will more than likely just end up buying the peas this year. I don't know. But I don't want to have to keep buying stuff. I'd rather grow it if at all possible. So, all right. Well, that was nice and easy. Cover these things up. Okay, I don't know if this soil's going to work. Because as I'm brushing over them to cover them, they're popping out. I think this soil's just not... It should be great for forming a bulb because there's no resistance. But I don't know how well it's going to work. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So in the meantime, I will just pat them to cover them. I'll try to stick them down in further. Maybe that'll work. I'm going to go through and I'm going to push all of those onions down. This bed's already finished. The tall bed over there where Rusty is finished. That one's full of reds. I have one more bag of reds. I'm not real sure what I'm going to do with them. Maybe I'll go throw them in the bin with the sweet potatoes and see what happens there. I am by no means a master gardener. Genuinely don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing, and so far, I've had some success growing some food. So, I am just pushing these down right where they're at. I do put the nub side down and leave the little pointy part up. And as you can see, I'm literally just filling up every space that I possibly can. If I can remember this time, I will put a link in for the MI Gardener. Yeah, that's the tip. The way that he does things, makes sense, and it's intensive gardening, which is literally overplanting and not following the directions on the packet. It's planting full so that the plants support each other. And Rosie, what are you doing? You sound like a little cow back there. I still see you. Hi, Rosie. I see you. You silly girl. But yeah, I'll try to remember to drop the link for his channel. I forgot to do that the last time I talked about it, but I genuinely like his ideas because it's outside of the box. It's not the conventional way. It's not the way that the books say, and I think everybody's figured out by now I'm not a conventional kind of person. I want to do it my way. I want to get it done, and if it doesn't make sense to me, I don't do it. And I genuinely think that there's so many ways of doing pretty much everything, including gardening. And I don't know who made, one person the end-all be-all expert, because there's a whole lot of people that have had good success not reading those books, not following the rules, if you will. So, and I happen to be one of them. And I've had decent success. I have plenty of failures, don't get me wrong. I have tons of failures. I just think that there's more than one way of doing things. If you're still getting success from it, that's a good thing. Yeah, it's starting to rain. I can hear it. So I'm going to get these shoved down in here and gather my scapes and head up home. I have no idea what I'm doing for dinner. I do have to figure that out. Rosie, what are you doing? Why are you eating that? Why are you eating the daisies? You weirdo. Dust over these, cover them up. I know the onions grow really well in this bed because I've done it before. So I'm hoping these few little carrots aren't going to be an issue. I don't think they will be. I think everything will be just fine. And we're getting rain, so that'll definitely help. All right. 3 beds of onions done. 2 beds of carrots weeded. But I'm going to head up. It's starting to rain. So I wish everybody a wonderful Tuesday evening. Real quick before I go, I'm growing a dog. I don't even know who it is. Eleanor, what are you doing? What are you doing, pretty girl? You're in the garden. Good girl. It's time to go home. Eleanor, go home. Rusty, what are you after? I must be after a rabbit or something. We have a ton of rabbits this year. And down in the pasture, we have a doe and a fawn. I had to go down in looking for Toby this afternoon. I couldn't find him. And I went down in, and Abby flushed out the fawn. And a couple minutes ago, I was standing over here and heard something, and I looked down, and the doe was standing down the trail right at the edge of those trees. So we're going to make sure that she is nice and safe and protected, and let her raise her baby. In the meantime, have a great evening, everybody. Do me a favor, if you've made it this far in the video, please hit the bell, hit the thumbs up, and hit the subscribe button if you've not already. We genuinely appreciate all of your love and support. Leave me comments. Again, if you know anything about German Shepherds as to what I can do to break her from the constant spinning and tail chasing, let me know. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.